I'm just putting on a hoodie because it's cold. But with this live stream, I did not change the default title of the live stream, and I did not change. Yeah, I didn't change the description or anything. Um, wow, that was a big just now. You think every time you watch these things, you're like, I would never let out an that long, and then here I am, just straight up meditating, like, um, okay. Uh, Also, like, yeah. Well, I'll finish the previous thought, which is that I did a lot of customization with like hashtags and thumbnails last night in the live stream, and it did very poorly in terms of viewer metrics. But like, I had fun, and there was a commenter, in fact, the only commenter I think, named Isaac, who was very supportive, which I appreciated. But quantitatively, it didn't do nearly as well as the live stream I did in the early evening yesterday, as opposed to the second one I did in the late evening. Furthermore, I want to be mindful that the comments I make now, verbally, before the first viewer tunes in, my understanding is that they would only be listened to in the replay because there's no one tuned in right now. The first person commenter, the first person viewer to tune in usually tunes in at least a minute or two or three after the stream starts. And so it's like if I deliver all of my quality verbalizations up top, then I get the impression that the audience misses out on stuff. But I mean, I don't know if that's true either, because it's not like I have a real thorough plan for this. It's just sort of thoughts and opinions. So yeah, it's 2.5 minutes in. There's no one tuned in. I know that it's on the earlier end. You know, it's shortly after 5, and I didn't do any customizations. I think like maybe the hashtags I used last night were too specific or with like metrics that were not large enough to substantiate. Yes. Hello. We've got Alice Garoni Porfirio Oi. Welcome. How are you? What does I mean? I pretty much only know English, and I know very small pieces of Spanish and Hindi. 12 people tuned in. What up? We got the avatar in the building, because that's moi. I'm Avatar Ang, and I'm here to save the world with this live stream. I will save the planet by making all of you stop eating meat. That's what I'll do. Askin Yavu says, Siddhat, what language is this? We have a verified account that said something in a different language. I'm from Maryland. Oh, sweet. We've got an Avatar fan. Burr says, I love Avatar. What element would you bend if you were a bender, Burr? We got Burr the Bender. Sound not coming? Is that true for only Royal Jet? Air. Okay. I'm pretty sure Braylon can hear me, because we have air. Blood bending. Deep. Am I vegetarian? Yes, as a result of habit. What do I do in terms of bill paying or expressing my personality? Bill paying, I'm a medical writer. Personality, I'm a comedy writer and performer. So personality is like what gives me life. Medical writing is what gives me moolah. Askin Yavus says, happy nice day, my friend. See you. Wow. How'd you get that cool check mark? Let's cut to the chase. I'm not going to sit and pretend that, like, I don't want to be verified. I do. It's my, like, it gives me validation if that could be a thing. Oh, I thought, okay, so these are meat emojis. I allowed the emojis to be shown because I thought they were candies. Uh, YouTube hid this question. Christian Daniels says, "Are you gay?" Well, it depends on how you define it. I am happy, but I am heterosexual, and I'm engaged to my beautiful fiance, who is a lady. So, Mode Suleiman Qureshi says, "Wow, very nice, thank you." Yes. Keep the questions coming. Oh, we have another message held for review. We've got another controversial message potentially. Santa Claus emojis. Santa Claus emojis aren't controversial, but I think YouTube thinks it's controversial because there's so many of them. I think that's the logic there. So, Burr, YouTube hid your Santa Claus emoji comment. Probably because YouTube is run by the Fire Nation. That's so funny. When this hat is backwards, I look like a fraternity brother of the Fire Nation, a fire frat bro who wants to rush, chug this like Water Nation beer. I don't know. That's propaganda. The Awesome Bro has a symbol. Awesome Bro, that is way, 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 way too long for what I'm working with. Mine's like, you need a molecule bender for that. Actually, an atom bender. Hydrogen atom bender. Mode Suleiman Qureshi says, "What's your academic qualification?" I have 2 degrees. 3 if you count a minor. So the degree. Uh, a doctorate in pharmacy is my most recent degree. And then I have a bachelor's of science and psychology with a minor in leadership studies. So that's my academic background. Braylon Melton says, "I'll sub if you give me a shout out." Shout out to Braylon Melton. How are you? How's it going? The Awesome Bros, is this small enough? Bro, that's still way too big. You gotta go way, 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 way smaller. Try again. Try again. Okay. I'm talking nanoparticle. All right. Shout out to Braylon. Look at this dope avatar pen. This avatar Aang airbending and levitating, being awesome. I wish the camera would focus on what I want it to focus on. Oh, there we go. Isn't that lit? I always do the same merch flex because I don't want to like rearrange the stuff at my table. Plus, honestly, the Avatar concert, which is where I got this merch, was probably the best concert I've ever been to. Literally. The Awesome Bro says, "Is Avatar anime or cartoon?" I'm going to guess cartoon, but I'm not actually sure. I have a bad feeling that me catering to the Awesome Bros controversial questions has lost all my viewers. I have a bad feeling that that's what's going on here. Gabby's channel says, "Hi, how have you been?" It's been a day or two. Welcome back, Gabby's channel. How's life? Any new updates? What's new since we've last interacted on the stream? Good. Glad to hear. Very glad to hear. I am happy to be doing this live stream. I'll tell you that. And hear me out, Stuart Little. Okay. I haven't seen that movie in ages. I want to flex some CDs. These CDs are Kingdom Hearts instrumental CDs. The album came with like 8 of them. Kingdom Hearts music is like pretty awesome. I do productive stuff while listening to Kingdom Hearts music. It's like a good time and a productive time. Let's see. Oh, also, for anyone in Maryland or the DC area, I'm performing at Give a Hoot Comedy Club in Gaithersburg, Maryland tonight. Show starts at 8:00 p.m. Be there or be square. Goku versus Aang. Well, Aang, I think, is spelled with 2 A's. I think... Oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to say Aang. He's got the power of all the avatars. Mode Suleiman Qureshi says, "Would you tell us about MBTI?" Myers-Briggs. Mine is a INFP, which is introverted, intuitive, feeling, I'm blanking on the P. Was it passion? INFP is my MBTI result. Mode Silman Karashi, what's your MBTI result? I'm gonna find a beverage to like sip. Soda from Wegmans Groceries. I think that's what I'm gonna go for. Yup. Wonder Pop from Wegmans is what I'm consuming. That's good. Goku and Ultra Instinct versus Normal Aang. Tell me about Ultra Instinct. That sounds really powerful. Normal Aang, non-avatar state Aang. I guess Goku in Ultra Instinct takes the cake with that. Let's be real. Yes. All right, well, this is fun. I've got to prepare for the comedy show. Peace out, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. The lighting is pretty solid here. I might shift the table to like this lighting. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Check out my Instagram, which is at I like to Mudit. Mudit is spelled M-U-D-I-T. That's my first name. And check me out on TikTok, which is Mudit Comedy, at Mudit Comedy. What is the major one weakness of an ISFP? So I don't know about ISFP. I'm INFP. And what I understand my weakness is that capitalism doesn't do well with INFPs. INFPs are the opposites of ESTJs. And ESTJs are apparently the personality type that's most equipped to climb a corporate ladder, a conventional white-collar corporate ladder. INFPs are the opposite of that. So INFPs, like myself, we don't do well in white-collar 9-to-5 environments, apparently. Now, I have a job, thankfully, and I do what I need to do to the best of my judgment. Because here's the thing, I've heard countless tales of people getting let go, fired, despite going above and beyond at their job. And the reason they get let go, fired, or laid off is probably the term I'm looking for, is because someone at the top needed to cut some budgets, and people below get screwed over for reasons that had nothing to do with their performance. And sometimes when it does have to do with their performance, it might be because they're performing too well. Maybe they're like a threat or getting too expensive or something. So bearing that in mind, I am mindful of the lacking incentive to do your best, and the growing incentive to prioritize meaningful things in life, like quality of life, and not so much the capitalistic 9-to-5 you're tethered to. So the weakness of an INFP is that we may not be grounded in our priorities the same way an average human being might be. And with that, peace out, y'all. Thank you so much. Rewind the live stream if you want to hear more. Check out my other content. I'm at I like to Mudit on Instagram. I'm at Mudit Comedy on TikTok. Mudit is my first name. That's spelled M-U-D-I-T. Thank you so much. Peace.